Lesson numero uno when getting in. FYI number 2, once you arrive into the country of Chile, you must pay what's called a reciprocity fee. It's 140, that's 140 American dollars. They attach it to your passport and it's good for 10 years. The neighboring country to the... I don't know, some kind of protest. I don't know. The bus station here in Santiago is going to take me to Viña del Mar, which is supposed to be up near Valparaiso, which I've been told is a very beautiful part of this country. Little did I know, the ski season is still in and there's lots of people skiing. You know, sometimes I talk about how that when you travel, it truly does build your character. My character is being stepped all over right now. I've now been in Chile for about 5 hours. And I've lost something called my SIDA badge. It's my employee badge for Delta. And so I'm still trying to find it, but there's not really anything else I can do. So I spotted a little kebab place. It's really, really cheap because I'm really hungry and hoping this will hold me over until I get some real food over at El Mercado, which is supposed to be great for seafood. So this is inside the Mercado, which is basically their version of farmer's market, indoors as well as outdoors. As I continue to stroll around this seaside town called Viña del Mar, you'll notice that there's some fairly disturbing things going on. You know, this is a local fish market here, but as you can tell, the economy is pretty poor as it is in a developing third world country. There's no way that I can introduce to you the smell that lines the streets of this particular area, but people do what they can do to make a living. I have also quickly discovered that this is by far the biggest language barrier country I have visited. You got to remember, man, I am in the southern part of South America in Chile, and not a soul speaks English. And of course, I have got to learn to speak Spanish. I'm not even for sure what I just ordered, but that is a boiling cauldron-like soup that may have cat in it. No, wait, that's over in Asia. I haven't been to Asia yet, so I don't know what it is. I just saw a sign. I took a picture of the sign. I came in. I pointed up the sign on my camera to the gentleman, and this is what I got. As this local eatery begins to fill up with more and more local customers, I do believe that I made the right choice. There's one language that I now know that transcends all barriers. It is Led Zeppelin. That's right. Listen to the background on the jukebox because one of my new Spanish hombres over here wanted to hear Stairway to Heaven. Are you kidding me? Music transcends all tongues of all nations. Thank the Trinity for music, and music is very, very good. Muy bueno. Okay, so as Led Zeppelin continues to roll with the Stairway to Heaven, I don't even know what this is. I mean, I can't even tell what kind of seafood that is, but I'm going to eat it. And I'm going to see if it's a party in my mouth. Here we go. Oh yeah, party in my mouth. Oh yeah. I don't even know where to begin because music and good food and good beverage obviously transcends all language because now, I know it's not in focus, but Paulus there has just given me his cell phone number. He can't speak any English. I speak no Spanish, but he just invited me to hang out with him tonight at his house, and it is awesome. All I can tell you is that that green stuff that they put in my beverage tastes just like peppermint, and they say here it's mento, and it is amazing because you know what that green mento did to my beverage? It took it to a how nada level. I tell you what, the more that I travel, the more that I begin to realize that one's acting skills comes into play very handy, especially when there is a severe language barrier. I'm telling you, nobody here in Chile speaks English, and it's awesome because I'm having to be very animated and I'm having to act out everything that I need to go. I mean, everything from baños to having a beverage stretches one's character when it comes to really trying to act out what it is you need. Alright, so listen to me closely. I've had a lot of ice cream in my day, but I must tell you, this frutilia vanilla, which is a cross between strawberry and vanilla, absolutely fantastic. Wow. Yeah, party in my mouth. You have no idea. Do you want to know what the craziest part about this particular video clip is? Last weekend, I was standing on the Pacific Ocean in the central coast of California. This weekend, I'm standing on the Pacific Ocean right here in Chile, southern South African America. Can you believe that craziness? I am indeed a blessed man. Thank you, Jesus! Did you know that Chile is one of the very few places in the world where you can wake up and go surfing in the morning and go snowboarding in the evening? That's right, Chile's so narrow that you can actually surf in the AM hours and head inland just a couple of hours and take on some snow. That's crazy. As the evening goes on, it's about 7:30 and it's already completely dark here in Chile. I'm sitting here reflecting and just thinking about how awful one human treats another. And I just don't understand why it is that humans just cannot get along. I see it everywhere I go. And in Roanoke, Virginia, it is no exception. Unbelievable the amount of pain that we can cause other people. Shame on us. I must share one other thought while it's on my mind. What's up with the dog population in these third world countries? I mean, come on, did Bob Barker of The Price is Right not make it clear? Spay or neuter your effing pets. Come on, guys. And so day number 2 begins. This was the little hostel in which I slept last night. And I'm heading back out to take to the streets. That dude is juggling with one arm. He only has one arm. So I'm down at the waterfront here in the city of Viña del Mar. And as you can see, there's a lot of wave activity coming in off the beautiful Pacific Ocean. I just watched a couple of people get absolutely soaked because they weren't paying attention to the swells coming in, hitting the rocks, and blowing up, if you will. And this is absolutely beautiful down here. You see a castle. The city of Viña del Mar was founded in 1854, and if you look at the mountaintop behind me, you see another one of the castles. The city itself is absolutely stunningly beautiful. And here you have a hotel casino. Hey, it's not Vegas, baby, but it's Chilean and it works. Since it's still officially winter time here in Viña del Mar in the central coast of Chile, the beach you see behind me is fairly empty. The official start of summer takes place in December, and this beach will be absolutely crowded. 320,000 people live here, but during the summer, because of all the visitors, it goes up to 1.5 million. Okay, so this is pretty cool. I'm here in Viña del Mar, which I now know means Vineyard of the Seas, which one of the major trades used to be vineyards, wineries. But I'm standing in the middle of the municipal stadium that holds 20,000 people, and in 1962 the World Cup was held right here.
Pascua está ya a 3.800 kilómetros de distancia, en esa dirección un poquito más al norte, pero muy lejos de la costa. No vamos a ir ahora porque este no flota, pero si tú quieres viajar a la isla.
In graduate school, when I was finishing my Master's in Business Administration up in Columbus, we did a study about Easter Island. I have learned that Easter Island is 3,400 kilometers west out into the Pacific Ocean, and this is one of the 3 statues that the Chilean government arranged with the indigenous people of the Easter Island. So what happens is the Chilean government sends a ship over twice a month with supplies, and in exchange the Chilean government received 3 of these beautiful statues, and this is one. The other one is actually in London, England, And the third one is in Santiago. This is the one here in Viña del Mar. Absolutely awesome history. So I'm at the original home of Francisco Guerrera, which is the founder of Viña del Mar. And I just realized that they had an earthquake back in February that measured 7.9 on the Richter scale. Most of the damage is done to the house. It's not open now. You cannot go in. They're trying to repair it, and a lot of damage was done. This took place back in February at 3 a.m. in the morning. Now, another thing is there's all kinds of palm trees from all throughout the world. That's the Chilean palm tree, and right over there was taken from California. So we have our very own palm tree. So I'm here in Viña del Mar's amphitheater that holds 15,000 people. This place is absolutely massive. And in February of each year, they have their annual celebration. February of this year, there were 15,000 people in here. And not long after the celebration was over, at 3 a.m. that morning is whenever the earthquake struck. And hence the damage that you see. So this part's pretty cool. If you look behind me, you see some flowers with a clock on it. This is literally called Flower Clock. It's been here since 1962 from Switzerland. It was a gift. And it's been keeping time for Viña del Mar ever since then. 2 years ago. So my good friend Marisol and myself are just taking in the view here. It's about 3:30.
Chilean, I live in Rome.
Yep, she's Chilean, but she lives in Rome. And we're looking out over the beautiful blue Pacific Ocean. And it is amazing. It's almost 4 p.m. in the afternoon. And we're also hanging out with this crazy guy right here. He's showing off his buffness. And he's much more of a man than I am, because back home we call that THO. It's chilly out here.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely digging Valparaiso a lot better than Viña del Mar. Just two totally different areas, man. I mean, this is old school right here, you know, and as I swing and continue to swing around and show you some of another viewpoint from here overlooking Valparaiso and looking back toward Viña del Mar here in the central coast of Chile. It's absolutely beautiful. I like Valparaiso much, much more. It's a port city, and it was founded back in 1534. I just learned something new. In Brazil,
We speak Portuguese.
yeah,
not Spanish.
and why is that? Why do you speak Portuguese?
Because Portugal came to Brazil a long time ago and did everything with us.
And I thought they
That's
spoke
why.
Spanish
No.
in Brazil, and no, it's
The
Portuguese.
only country in South America that speak another language. All the other countries speak Spanish.
That's because the Brazilians are way cooler.
Menos Brazil.
Yeah, gracias.
We love
gracias.
South America.
Thank you,
And
very
we
nice.
try. We try
Hit
to
that
do-
button there. Okay, so the building behind me is their Pentagon of the Navy. And as I swing around, the statuette behind me actually has the remains of Captain Arturo and some of his compadres. They lost the battle years and years ago, and the date is 1879. And that's sort of a tomb. Okay, so I'm on an old elevator shaft that's going up the side of the mountain here in Valparaiso, and it's really, really creaking. Listen. So we're up on top of the hill, high atop this port city of Valparaiso, and you can see the cargo movement going on in the background. And way off in the distance, you can see some of the mountains, and the city is coming alive here at 7:30 p.m. So I'm hanging out talking to my new Brazilian friends, and yeah, it's been quite the conversation here at the table between all of us, and it's been a whole lot of fun spending time with my new friends from Brazil, because they hate Argentina. Argentina, no good. Back into Santiago, and it is time to take the subway. It just keeps getting better. Yeah. So today is my third and final day here in Chile. Today's a little different because I'm actually going to be spending about the next 5 hours here in Santiago, which is the capital of Chile. And then when I catch my flight, hopefully, back to Roanoke. Wouldn't you know it, I've walked myself right into the government Moneda Palace right here in the city's heart of Santiago. This palace, hopefully I can walk through it. but it's absolutely stunningly beautiful, and this is the home of their government. Santiago, just too crowded, too big, too noisy, too polluted, too crazy. Give me the mountains, baby, any day, any time. Give me a river, give me a lake, give me a stream, a cottage, whatever. Okay, now we're talking. I've made it to the top of the tower on top of Santa Lucia Hill, and this is an amazing view of the city. If you look closely in the background, you might be able to see the snow-capped mountains. As I pan back to the left, absolutely gorgeous. Great view. So this river runs all the way through Santiago and obviously ends up in the Pacific Ocean. What's fascinating to me is the amount of water that's flowing through the river, because winter time is just starting to subside up on the mountains behind me. All that snow is melting and creating some really nice little, you know, it'd be fun to take a kayak down this. I mean, there's some 2s, maybe a 3 down there. Nice. Inside the Mercado Central. This place is really cool. I really, really like it. You have musicians playing by people's tables as they're eating their meal. You got lots of fresh fruit, fish, you name it, they got it, man. This is it. Plaza de Armament building, the armory. 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the bells just finished tolling. Beautiful day, just way too. Protest or rally that I've seen in Santiago upon arriving. I don't know, man. This is like the city of protest or something. I don't even know what they're protesting. It's kind of cool though. They must have freedom of speech down here. Now here are some folks that are making a difference. You know what I'm talking about? They're telling you to adopt an animal that's been abandoned and educate yourself and sterilize the animals. In other words, spay or neutered. And look at that word on the bottom right hand screen, educa. Yeah. Let's educate ourselves on animal control, shall we? This one is for you, Alex DeVale.
Acerca del público culto. Ellos son campeones latinoamericanos, lo que es espectáculo. Y van a ser nuestros representantes en el Sheraton de Viña del Mar en febrero, chicos.
And so, just like that, I'm back on a bus, heading out of Santiago, back to the airport. Now let's just hope I can catch the 8 o'clock departure for Atlanta. You have no idea how I'm so pumped. I'm so excited right now. Okay, so remember back at the beginning of this video, I had said that the trip didn't start off so well because I lost my badge somewhere in the Santiago airport. I came here pretty early this evening to try to board my flight. I still don't know if I'm going to get on, but guess what? They actually found my badge and they held it in the Delta office. Thank you, dear Trinity. How?